Welcome back to the ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving deep into the swirling drama and jaw-dropping revelations awaiting Port Charles' most beloved and infamous residents. From Drew Kaine's looming downfall to shocking secrets about parentage and dangerous obsessions, there's no shortage of chaos on the horizon. Let's unpack each storyline with fresh insights, creative twists, and intricate details that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Drew Kaine, Sith's House of Deceit teeters on the brink. In the murky waters of deceit, Drew Kaine finds himself struggling to keep his carefully crafted facade intact. The storm begins with Nina Reeves setting a cunning trap involving an escort, a ploy designed to expose Drew's less-than-honorable tendencies. With silver-tongued charm, Drew might just wiggle out of this particular mess, painting himself as the wronged party to a trusting Willow Tate. However, the cracks in his armor are widening. Beyond this scandal, Drew's past sins loom large. Think back to how he manipulated a clinic employee with a hefty bribe to sabotage Michael Corinthos' relationship with Willow by blocking her visit. Then there's the bombshell of his secret rendezvous with Nina, a betrayal that cuts deep given his supposed devotion to Willow. Imagine Willow's heartbreak when she uncovers that the man who swore he was falling for her was entangled with her own mother in clandestine encounters at the Metro Court. As whispers of his misdeeds grow louder in Port Charles, Drew's desperate attempts to maintain his pristine image are bound to collapse spectacularly. Will this be the moment his house of cards finally falls, revealing the true extent of his duplicity to everyone he's hurt? Sonny Corinthos faces a deadly mystery. Meanwhile, the danger surrounding Sonny Corinthos intensifies as unseen forces continue their relentless pursuit to eliminate him. The penthouse explosion remains an unsolved mystery, leaving fans and Port Charles residents alike on edge. Was it the same mastermind who orchestrated the attack on Sonny in Los Angeles by paying off a nurse to do their dirty work? Suspicion has long pointed to Jen Sidwell, the shadowy figure with a grudge, as the orchestrator of these deadly plots. Yet, in a town like Port Charles, where secrets are currency, the true villain might be someone entirely unexpected, perhaps a long-thought ally with a hidden agenda. Could it be a disgruntled former associate or even a family member harboring a dark resentment? As the investigation deepens, Sonny's allies, including Jason Morgan, might unearth clues pointing to a conspiracy closer to home than anyone imagined. The tension is palpable, and every encounter could be a step closer to unmasking the puppeteer behind these lethal schemes or a step closer to Sonny's demise. Jocelyn Jacks and the Perilous Professor. Over at the university, Jocelyn Jacks is throwing herself into the competition for a coveted research assistant position under Professor Henry Dalton. Her determination and grit are admirable, but danger lurks beneath the professor's scholarly veneer. Professor Dalton's unsettling fascination with Emma Scorpio Drake raises red flags. His lingering glances and overly personal questions hint at an obsession that could spell trouble. Jocelyn, ever the protector, might find herself stepping in to shield Emma from a potentially scandalous predicament. But in doing so, could Jocelyn inadvertently redirect the professor's inappropriate attention toward herself? Picture late-night study sessions turning into uncomfortable encounters, with Jocelyn caught in a web of manipulation as Dalton exploits her ambition to draw her closer. The stakes are high, and Jocelyn's dream opportunity might transform into a nightmare if she doesn't navigate this treacherous situation with caution. Will her instincts save her, or will she become the next target of Dalton's disturbing desires? Lulu Spencer's quest for truth unearths family secrets. Lulu Spencer, never one to shy away from a mystery, is on a relentless mission that could rewrite family histories in Port Charles. Her persistent investigation into Giovanni Gio Palmieri's origins might just unearth a truth that no one saw coming. While Brooklyn Quartermain initially bristles at Lulu's intrusive digging into what she believes is a closed adoption story, the revelations could shift her perspective entirely. What if Gio turns out to be Brooklyn's biological son, given up in secrecy years ago under circumstances she's never fully confronted? The emotional fallout would be seismic. Add to this the likelihood that Dante Falconeri will discover during the dramatic May sweeps that he too is tied to this hidden child, a son he never knew existed from a buried pregnancy in Brooklyn's past. Imagine the heart-wrenching scenes as Dante grapples with years of missed milestones, while Brooklyn wrestles with the guilt of a choice made in desperation. Lulu's quest for answers could heal old wounds or rip open new ones, forever altering the dynamics of these intertwined families. Nurses' Ball promises mayhem and memories. As May sweeps approach, the iconic Nurses' Ball on May 20th is set to be the backdrop for unforgettable drama. Lucy Coe, ever the optimist and showwoman, is hyping this year's event as a night to remember, but her words might carry an ominous undertone for some of Port Charles residents. Picture the glitz and glamour of the ballroom juxtaposed with undercurrents of betrayal and shocking disclosures. Will a public confrontation at the ball expose Drew's scandals to a stunned audience? Could Sonny's enemies choose this high-profile event to strike, turning a celebration into a catastrophe? And what if Jocelyn might her entanglement with Professor Dalton come to a head amidst the festivities, drawing unwanted attention? Then there's the possibility of Lulu's findings about Gio's parentage dropping like a bombshell during a heartfelt speech or performance. The nurses' ball has always been a stage for life-changing moments, and this year promises curveballs that could leave some attendees reeling while others seize their chance for redemption or revenge. A tapestry of intrigue in Port Charles. As we've explored, the streets of Port Charles are buzzing with secrets, schemes, and surprises ready to erupt. Drew Kaine's web of lies is unraveling, threatening to destroy the trust he's built with those closest to him. Sonny Corinthos battles unseen enemies whose identities could shock even the most hardened residents. Jocelyn Jacks faces a moral and personal dilemma with a predatory professor, while Lulu Spencer's detective work might redefine family ties in ways no one anticipated. And with the nurses' ball on the horizon, every character is poised for moments that could elevate their stories to new heights or plunge them into despair. Stay tuned to ABC General Hospital as these narratives unfold, promising a roller coaster of emotions and unexpected twists. What do you think will happen next? We will dive deep into a sizzling mystery that's brewing in Port Charles, a potential bombshell DNA test involving Gio Palmieri. Could this young newcomer be at the heart of a family secret so shocking it might rewrite histories and relationships? As whispers and theories circulate, Lulu Spencer and Harrison Chase may find themselves joining forces to uncover the truth about Gio's parentage. Buckle up, because this journey is packed with intrigue, hidden clues, and emotional stakes that could turn lives upside down. The rumors started swirling at Dante Falconeri's recent birthday celebration, an event that was supposed to be filled with laughter and cake but instead sparked curiosity in Lulu Spencer. As conversations unfolded, Gio casually shared the intriguing story of his birth. His mother, a dedicated violinist, reportedly worked tirelessly until the very moment she went into labor while attending a world-class concert in Los Angeles. This detail caught Lulu off guard, igniting a spark of suspicion in her sharp mind. Los Angeles, after all, is just a stone's throw from San Francisco, a city tied to a deeply personal piece of history for someone close to Lulu. Years ago, Brooklyn Quartermain gave birth to a child in San Francisco, a baby she heartbreakingly handed over for adoption, a secret that still lingers like a shadow over her life. Could there be a connection between these two seemingly unrelated stories? Lulu's instincts tell her there's more to uncover, especially given how Gio's age aligns suspiciously with the timeline of Brooklyn's past. Adding fuel to the fire, Lois Cerullo, Brooklyn's mother, seems to fidget uncomfortably every time Gio's origins are brought up in conversation, as if she's guarding a vault of secrets ready to burst open. What is Lois hiding, and why does she seem so anxious whenever Gio's mother is mentioned? As Lulu pieces together these tantalizing fragments, her theory begins to take shape with startling clarity. What if Gio isn't just a random newcomer to Port Charles? What if he is in fact the biological son of Brooklyn Quartermain and Dante Falconeri, the child they believed was lost to them forever through adoption? The idea seems almost too wild to entertain, but the coincidences are piling up like a house of cards waiting to collapse. Lulu, known for her tenacity and knack for sniffing out the truth, isn't one to let sleeping dogs lie. However, she's also keenly aware of the devastation such a revelation could bring to everyone involved: Dante, Brooklyn, and Gio himself. Before she dares to voice her suspicions aloud, Lulu knows she needs concrete evidence, something undeniable that can either confirm her hunch or put it to rest once and for all. The emotional weight of this potential discovery is staggering. It's not just about uncovering a hidden past, but about how it could reshape their futures. What if Gio has been living among them, unaware that his very roots are intertwined with the Falconeri and Quartermain families? Enter Harrison Chase, a man caught in a web of loyalty and deception that's been eating at him for far too long. Chase has been burdened with the knowledge of Brooklyn's past, specifically the baby she gave up for adoption, a secret he's kept from his best friend Dante, out of respect for Brooklyn's wishes. But carrying this secret has been a heavy cross to bear, as Chase values honesty above all else. When Lulu approaches him with her staggering theory about Gio's parentage, it's as if a dam breaks inside him. The idea that Gio could be Dante and Brooklyn's child is both astonishing and agonizing, deepening the conflict within Chase. He despises the lies that have already strained his relationships, and the thought of yet another layer of deception makes his stomach churn. However, he can't deny the logic in Lulu's reasoning or the need for certainty before they risk shattering so many lives with unconfirmed speculation. Chase realizes that if they're going to pursue this, they must tread carefully, ensuring they have irrefutable proof to back up such a life-altering claim. This shared burden brings Lulu and Chase to a crossroads where they must decide whether to team up in their quest for answers. Their alliance, born out of necessity and a mutual desire to protect those they love, could lead them down a path of clandestine investigation. The idea of a secret DNA test emerges as the most logical step forward, a way to confirm or debunk Lulu's theory without prematurely setting off emotional explosions. Chase, living under the same roof as both Gio and Brooklyn at the sprawling Quartermain mansion, finds himself in a unique position to gather the necessary samples. Perhaps it's a stray hairbrush left on a vanity or a discarded coffee cup, small, seemingly insignificant items that could hold the key to unlocking a monumental truth. Brooklyn has already confided in Chase that Dante is the father of the child she surrendered, a painful confession that still haunts her dreams. If a DNA test confirms a maternal link between Brooklyn and Gio, it might be enough to start connecting the dots. But what if there's still a sliver of doubt? Could they risk stopping there, or would they need to go further to ensure absolute certainty? To cover all bases, Lulu and Chase might decide that confirming paternity is just as crucial as establishing maternity. After all, a dual confirmation would leave no room for error, no chance to cling to false hope or lingering questions. Obtaining a DNA sample from Dante could prove trickier, given his unpredictable schedule as a detective and his close familial ties to Lulu herself. Yet necessity breeds creativity, and they might brainstorm discreet ways to secure what they need, perhaps a casual family gathering where a forgotten glass or a dropped napkin becomes their golden ticket. Alternatively, Lulu might consider involving Rocco Falconeri, Dante's son, as a genetic link to test against Gio's DNA, though this option raises ethical dilemmas about involving a child in such a sensitive matter. Every step they take is fraught with moral quandaries. How far are they willing to go to uncover the truth? And at what point does their pursuit of answers cross into betrayal of the very people they're trying to protect? The tension is palpable as they navigate this minefield, knowing that each decision could either bring closure or ignite chaos. The potential for a secret DNA test isn't just a plot twist, it's a pivotal turning point that could redefine the entire storyline unfolding on General Hospital. If Lulu and Chase succeed in their mission, the results could send shockwaves through Port Charles, unraveling years of hidden pain and unspoken truths. Imagine the moment when the test confirms that Gio is indeed the long-lost son of Brooklyn and Dante, a reunion that could be equal parts joyous and heart-wrenching, as it forces everyone to confront the choices and sacrifices of the past. How will Brooklyn react to discovering that the child she gave up has been right under her nose all this time? Will Dante grapple with resentment over the years he missed, or will he embrace the chance to build a bond with Gio? And what of Gio himself? How will he process the revelation that his life, as he knew it, was built on a foundation of secrets? The emotional fallout could be explosive, reshaping family dynamics and testing the strength of relationships in ways no one saw coming. Beyond the immediate impact on those directly involved, this storyline promises to ripple outward, touching the lives of everyone in their orbit. Lois Cirillo's nervous behavior might finally be explained. Perhaps she's known or suspected the truth about Gio's origins for years and has been wrestling with whether to reveal it. The Quartermain family, known for their tangled web of loyalties and rivalries, could find themselves divided over how to welcome Gio into their fold if the test proves positive. Meanwhile, Lulu's role as the catalyst for this discovery might strain her relationship with Dante, who could feel betrayed by her decision to investigate behind his back. Chase, too, might face repercussions for his involvement, as his desire to do the right thing clashes with the pain his actions might cause. Every character stands to be affected by the outcome of this secret mission, making it one of the most gripping arcs General Hospital has seen in recent memory. As we await the next chapters of this enthralling saga, ABC General Hospital spoilers tease that Lulu will soon make some jaw-dropping predictions that could alter the course of this mystery. Her uncanny ability to connect the dots might lead to revelations that no one, not even Chase, could have anticipated. Will her instincts prove correct, or is there an even bigger twist waiting in the wings, ready to upend everything we thought we knew about Gio Palmieri? The road ahead is paved with uncertainty, but one thing is clear: the potential family news looming on the horizon could redefine what it means to be a family in Port Charles. Next, we will explore a chilling crisis gripping the heart of Port Charles as Sonny Corinthos, the infamous mob kingpin, narrowly cheats death yet again. The streets of this tumultuous town are buzzing with danger, and Carly Spencer is caught in a whirlwind of fear and suspicion as her ex-husband faces relentless assassination attempts. With two deadly strikes in mere weeks, the latest involving a rogue nurse with murderous intent, the stakes have never been higher. Join us as we unravel the layers of deception, pinpoint potential culprits, and delve into the emotional turmoil threatening to tear lives apart in this gripping saga. The terror began unfolding in a sterile hospital room in Los Angeles, where Sonny, already weakened from a grueling heart procedure, became the target of a horrifying attack. After surviving a perilous surgery that had everyone on edge, he likely thought the worst was behind him. But danger lurked in the most unexpected form: a nurse, trusted to heal, who instead slipped into his room with a syringe filled with a fatal dose. This wasn't just a random act of violence, it was a calculated move, bypassing the stringent security measures put in place by Sonny's loyal enforcer Brick. Despite Brick's exhaustive efforts to fortify the hospital against external threats, this sinister figure in scrubs infiltrated the inner sanctum, exploiting the vulnerability of a recovering patient. The audacity of such an attempt is staggering. How could someone entrusted with saving lives turn into a cold-blooded assassin? Sonny, ever the survivor, managed to wrest the deadly weapon from the attacker's grasp at the last possible second, proving once again that his resilience knows no bounds. But even the toughest of fighters can't evade fate forever, and this chilling incident has left an indelible mark of fear in the minds of those who care for him. For Carly Spencer, this latest brush with death is nothing short of a waking nightmare. Having witnessed Sonny escape a devastating penthouse explosion just days prior, she's now reeling from the realization that someone is hell-bent on ending his life. The image of that corrupted nurse, a supposed caregiver turned predator, hovering over Sonny with lethal intent, is seared into her memory. Her anxiety has skyrocketed, each tick of the clock amplifying her dread that the next attempt could be the one that succeeds. Two assassination plots in such rapid succession signal a relentless enemy, and Carly can't shake the gut-wrenching feeling that a third strike looms on the horizon. The protective barriers around Sonny seem to crumble with each passing day, and the weight of uncertainty presses heavily on her shoulders. Desperate for solace and answers, she turns to her boyfriend, Jack Brennan, a man whose enigmatic presence in her life offers both comfort and a new set of questions. Their upcoming conversation, rumored to be charged with revelations, could be the key to unraveling this deadly puzzle, or it might plunge her deeper into a web of deceit. As Carly leans on Jack for support, the WSB agent prepares to lay out a theory that could ignite a firestorm in Port Charles. With a steely gaze and a mind attuned to espionage, Brennan posits that the mastermind behind these vicious attacks is none other than Jen Sidwell, a rising villain whose ruthless ambition has already sent ripples through the underworld. Brennan's suspicions aren't baseless. He's been tracking Sidwell's movements for weeks, noting the eerie correlation between the mob upstart's activities and the timing of the strikes against Sonny. But his hypothesis takes an even darker turn as he suggests that Natalia Ramirez, a figure tied to Sonny's orbit, might have unwittingly played a role in this near-fatal betrayal. Could Natalia's penchant for gossip or a careless slip of the tongue about Sonny's surgery have provided Sidwell with the critical intel needed to orchestrate such a precise hit? The mere thought is horrifying if true. It would shatter trust within Sonny's inner circle, turning allies into liabilities. The potential fallout from this accusation could fracture relationships beyond repair, leaving Natalia to grapple with the guilt of having endangered a life, even if by accident. Yet, as Brennan points the finger at Sidwell and Natalia, a shadow of doubt creeps over his own intentions, casting a murky light on his role in this deadly drama. Jack Brennan is no stranger to secrets. His past is a labyrinth of covert operations and questionable alliances, each chapter more mysterious than the last. Could his carefully crafted theory be a smokescreen designed to deflect suspicion from himself? After all, what better way to mask one's guilt than to pin the blame on a convenient scapegoat like Sidwell? If Brennan is indeed the puppet master behind these assassination attempts, his relationship with Carly becomes a dangerous facade tool to keep tabs on Sonny's defenses while manipulating her trust. The possibility is chilling. Imagine Carly, already emotionally raw, discovering that the man she's turned to in her darkest hour is the architect of her worst fears. Every cryptic comment, every knowing glance from Brennan now takes on a sinister edge, forcing us to question whether he's a savior or a saboteur in this high-stakes game of life and death. The implications of these theories, whether Brennan's accusations against Sidwell hold water or his own involvement, comes to light promise to set Port Charles ablaze with conflict. If Sidwell is indeed the orchestrator, Sonny's response will be nothing short of apocalyptic. Known for his fierce retribution, the mob boss, with the unwavering loyalty of Jason Morgan at his side, would unleash a torrent of vengeance that could engulf the town in a brutal mob war. Blood would stain the streets as old alliances are tested and new enemies emerge from the shadows, each skirmish fueled by the need to protect or destroy. Conversely, if Brennan's deception is uncovered, the personal betrayal would cut just as deep. Carly's rage at being played by someone she trusted could rival any gangland feud, her heartbreak morphing into a relentless drive to protect Sonny at all costs. The emotional battlefield would be just as fierce as any physical one, with trust shattered and loyalties reevaluated in the harsh light of truth. Port Charles, already a hotbed of intrigue, stands on the precipice of an eruption that could redefine power dynamics for years to come. As this perilous storyline unfolds, the question of Sonny's survival hangs in the balance, a looming specter over every decision and revelation. Will he defy the odds once more, outwitting the unseen forces conspiring against him, or is a third assassination attempt already being meticulously planned in the shadows? The tension is electric, each episode a ticking time bomb waiting to detonate with shocking twists and heart-stopping confrontations. The mob boss's 9 lives are being tested like never before, and even his legendary luck might not be enough to shield him from what's coming. Beyond Sonny's fate, the ripple effects of this saga will touch every corner of Port Charles, from the highest echelons of power to the quietest personal relationships. Friendships will be strained, secrets will surface, and the very fabric of trust will be torn asunder as everyone grapples with the fallout of these deadly games. So, dear GH enthusiasts, what do you make of this labyrinth of danger and deception? Is Jen Sidwell truly the villain pulling the strings, or does Jack Brennan's mysterious demeanor hide a far more treacherous truth? Could Natalia's involvement, intentional or not, spell disaster for her place in Sonny's world? And most importantly, will Sonny Corinthos live to fight another day, or are we on the brink of a tragic end to his storied reign? We're on the edge of our seats, and we know you are too. Drop your thoughts, theories, and wild speculations in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest scoops and spoilers straight from the heart of Port Charles. This is one storyline you won't want to miss, as every moment promises to deliver drama of epic proportions. Until our next update, keep your eyes peeled for the next jaw-dropping twist, because in Port Charles, danger is always just around the corner.